Oh my goodness, you guys, we are back, and this is our final project. Project number 28, 28 days of Halloween. Today is it. So I hope that you are enjoying yourself, and let me know what your favorite one was. Let me know if you've watched them all. I don't know, maybe you have or haven't. I would love to hear all about it and what you feel and think. Maybe it's your first year seeing that I had Halloween. For those of you who don't know, I have an entire Halloween playlist of so many projects. You don't have to use the same stamp sets that I used. You can completely use different ones, even if they're older sets. Use what's current. And the other really great thing is I have some paper piecing patterns which are year-round, so you can make some really great things with those. You can purchase those in my online store at inkyhandswarmhearts.com. You want to go to my retired product PDF tutorial store, and in my PDF tutorial store you will find my paper piecing patterns. I have 2022, 2023, and 2024 of Halloween. I didn't do it this year because we're moving, and I just didn't, it takes a lot of time to draw out and sketch out all of those ideas. But next year, never fail, I will be back with them. So for those of you who buy them every year, sorry I didn't get one done this year, but I hope that you enjoyed all the other treats that I made. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to teach you how to make this really cute caramel apple lollipop treat. You can see I have my caramel apple inside. We have our haunted house with our sparkly fence and our Happy Halloween on the back. So I used Spooky Halloween for this. Our Happy Halloween on the back is from there. And then we have our haunted house and our fence from here. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you how to make. This is super quick and easy. What a great project. I'm going to get my scoreboard out because it's always the first thing that I use. This is a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock. It is 2.5 by 8 inches. You are going to score down the long side only at 1 inch, 3.5, 4.5, and 7. All right, and then you're going to burnish as always on all of those score lines. All right, next step, we're going to use this hole punch assortment, and we're going to use the 1/8 inch hole punch. We're going to punch a hole in the center right there of our piece. So just eyeball the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, I promise you. And then what you're going to do is line this up because it's going to overlap like that. So you're going to line that up. And you are going to add your hole to the other side. So what I do is I just put a dot from that hole to this hole so I know where it is. And then I can punch that one by looking through that hole for that dot. There it is. And there's my second dot. So you can see they line up, because when you use that as your guide, it works out quite well. So if you don't have this set, it's pretty awesome. I have used them in other projects, so you'll see that I use them. So get your set. All right, so we're gonna add our designer series paper. So I'm using the Botanical Textures. It has florals, but on the backs they have these amazing black and white, really cool patterns, and I think they're fantastic for Halloween. So we're gonna add these to those 2 large panel sections. The rest don't get DSP. So we're gonna add this one here. And this one here. All right. Looks pretty good. And we are going to stamp our Happy Halloween in Memento Tuxedo Black on a piece of Petunia Pop. So just stamp that, and we're going to trim that out. We're also going to add some lights in our haunted house. So I used Daffodil Delight. I'm going to show you what to do, okay? We're also using a cutout bat from the Spooky Sweet DSP, and the sparkly fence is from the 2024 to 2026 in color glimmer pack. It's still available. It's on last chance. Get it. The petunia pop color is in there. So I cut a piece of daffodil a little bit to fit my house here. So all I'm going to do is attach my house in a few spots to my daffodil cardstock. You'll see. Not everywhere, just here and there, just so that it'll stick. All right. Not everywhere, like I said, just dabs here and there, okay? And we're going to attach this, and then we're just going to trim around it. All right, let's let that set for a minute, and we'll trim our Happy Halloween. So you just want to go around your words. So fun. Oops, I didn't mean to go quite that far out. Let's try that again. All right, and around our H. And down to our last H. There we go. And there's our Happy Halloween. I'm going to show you how to attach your lollipop inside in a second. Let's just get all of our elements ready. So you can see this works out really well if you just use your paper snips or your favorite scissors and trim. Whoops, I missed that part there. Oh my goodness, one more time. Trim all the way around your haunted house. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure that you trim, and you can't see the yellow on the outside of that black. All right, almost there in the home stretch. Oh, and by the way, I used these caramel apple pops. They're one of my favorite things. I was buying a big bag. They have real caramel, and they are green apple lollipops with a chewy caramel outside. Tootsie Roll makes them, and they come in a big bag or just a regular size bag. We love them in this house, so I was by the big bag. My daughter loves them. John loves them. I love them, so we definitely go through those. All right, so let's finish up around our little haunted house. This is quite a cute little quick and easy project. You can prep your haunted house. And get those all ready, and then make all of your lollipop holders and then decorate them. I love a good lollipop, so there we go. So there's that. So now we have all of our elements. Let's put our lollipop inside. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to start, and you're going to put the stick through that little hole from the inside, okay? And you don't want to put it all the way in. You kind of want to put your lollipop sideways and get that stick again. And then what you're going to do is slide your lollipop in, and it comes through just like that. And then you don't even need adhesive. That's your holder, okay? And it stays just like that. And your lollipop will stand up. You just have to get it set. There we go. All right, so let's decorate. So we're gonna add our haunted house to our piece. We're gonna use dimensionals. It's not gonna be all the way up. I mean, it's not gonna be all the way out, so I'm just gonna use a few of these, and then the rest is gonna be regular size. And then I'm gonna use some edge pieces for my fence. So the way that the fence works out is it's going to be flat glued, but these first two pickets need adhesive all the way down them. So we're just going to add just really thin pieces. I'll show you from top to bottom on the first picket and the second picket. Like that. Let's do one more of those. And then the other one's just needed on the bottom picket only. And then the rest gets just wet glue. Okay, so there's that one. All right, so these bottom pickets, so you just need 3. 1, 2, 3. For those 3 bottom pickets. And then the rest just gets wet glue. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull all the backs off of these while I have a mess on my desk already. The Happy Halloween, we're just gonna attach that with regular wet glue. Come on, fence, let's go. Need this last little piece off of here. It doesn't want to come off. There we go. All right, so there's that. We're gonna put wet glue on the rest of that. Let's go ahead and pull the backs off of my haunted house. And as you can see, I didn't put too high because the house is going to sit up off of this piece. I didn't put it right at the end. I wanted it to be kind of up on a hill, kind of, and then have the fence in front of it. So let's add our wet adhesive to the other pickets. So these 3 dots here, they're going to be attached onto the house and then straight down and across like that. All right. So we'll add our little fence, and that is going to go right at the edge here. This picket here is not. So you're going to stick your hands inside and get those to stick really well. And then if anything is sticking out, just slide it in behind these. You can do that with your take your pick tool. So there is my haunted house and the cute little pickets. We're going to add our little batty bat here. I'm just going to cut a little piece since this is what I have out and stick that on my bat. And then the final thing is to tie the bow. So I want to add a bat there. We're going to add our Happy Halloween. Let me throw this in the trash. All right. Wet adhesive. And our bow. Let's grab this, add it to the back. I love that Happy Halloween. It fits really well on here. All right, and then the finishing touch, of course, like I said, is to tie your bow. So let me clean up my mess. We'll tie our bow. I used about 8 inches of ribbon, and you can tie it near the top and then slide it into place when you're ready. So I just want to make sure that I tie that real tight and around that edge. Come on. And we're gonna pull through if I can. I don't think I pushed it through. I didn't. Come on. No making silly. There we go. I think I got it this time. I didn't grab it last time because I didn't actually have it through. So I hold the knot and I slide, I pull on the tails while the knot is held. And then I can get a nice tight bow like that. And when you're happy, you're gonna pull that and then you're gonna just trim your ends. And then I like to slide my ribbon down once I have it tied. So then, see, you can slide it right there. And look how cute that is. Such a great project. I hope you enjoyed my 28 days of Halloween. I really have had the best time. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. And tonight, pick your favorites and decide what you're going to make. If you haven't watched them all, go back and watch. Yesterday's is right here. And I'll see you next time. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping.